What is gleaning? When you think of harvesting, what comes to mind? Maybe picking apples and other fruits from a tree in your backyard? Harvested in grain fields or potatoes and other vegetables pulled fresh from the soil? But have you ever heard of the term gleaning? Gleaning is a lesser known agricultural process that has been around for centuries. This harvesting technique has a focus on food recovery and recently seen as a re-emergence in a lot of modern farms. In this video, we'll discuss the meaning of the gleaning. But before we get into that, if you would like to see more videos like this one, hit the like and subscribe buttons so you don't miss any of the great content coming from PostHarvest. So what does gleaning mean anyway? Gleaning is a term used in the agricultural industry to describe the collection of crops that has been left in the field after all other available food has been harvested. This practice can be traced back to ancient times, and it still plays an important role in modern agriculture today. There are many benefits to gleaning, which is why more farmers are starting to incorporate this harvesting technique into their operations. The food recovery that occurs through gleaning makes the harvesting of farmers' fields more economically profitable. Besides being better for the bottom line of the farm, modern gleaners are also collecting fruit and vegetable resources that would have otherwise contributed to landfills, making this method of reaping a lot more sustainable also. In 1987, the US House of Representatives Committee on Hunger held a hearing to raise awareness of and support for gleaning organizations across the United States. 9 years later, President Clinton signed the Good Samaritan Act, which encourages individuals and organizations to donate excess fresh produce to food recovery instead of throwing it away as food waste by protecting donors from liability on any food donation made in good faith. Now there are gleaning organizations across the country and over 20 organizations in California alone. The Society of St. Andrew is a non-profit organization that has been gleaning in the United States since 1983, has distributed food in every state except Alaska and Hawaii, and has recovered over 700 million pounds of agricultural products. Gleaners today, predominantly faith-based and non-profit gleaning organizations, use volunteers to recover and collect food from harvested farms, restaurants, grocery stores, wholesale markets, farmers markets, and backyards to then distribute the food to the poor, hungry, and in need with the local community programs. So what's next for gleaning? We need gleaning programs more than ever right now. A recent report estimated that as much as 45% of the fresh produce that we produce globally is never eaten. More organizations across the globe are beginning to look at food waste recovery as one of the most efficient ways to address the future of food security, waste, and sustainability. Several of these organizations have considered gleaning and have come up with new and exciting ideas around the methods of collecting harvested fruit and vegetable supplies, transportation, and the ways in which volunteers distribute gleaned products within the community. Non-profit and for-profit organizations have begun using social media and the internet to connect abundance with need, and there are food waste recovery apps in development in a number of Western nations. Organizations like Food Forward are finding new ways to glean, but the idea is still the same: harvest food, fight hunger, build community. While gleaning has been around for centuries, it's not a quaint country tradition. The truth is that there are many benefits to the practice of gleaning for the modern world and modern farm, both in terms of sustainability and economics. Gleaning also provides an opportunity to educate volunteers and children about where their food comes from, which can have lasting benefits for generations to come. If you've enjoyed learning about what it means for gleaners to glean post-harvest food products, check out some of the articles or check out our free online courses at postharvest.com. And don't forget to subscribe for regular videos. Together, we can help the world go a little bit greener.